Hello and welcome to the discussion of the final test series NEET 2023 and the subject is chemistry, and this is phase 2 code D and test number 2. Let's discuss first the section A, in which there are 35 questions and we have to solve each and every problem. So starting with the question number 1, that is question number 51. Delta H for the reaction twice A gives D using the following reaction steps is. 3 reactions are given to us and we have to find out the enthalpy change of the reaction which is given to us in the question, right. So let us suppose this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2 and this is the equation number 3. Now to solve these kind of question I have a trick. Trick क्या है? We just have to focus on that reactant or product जो सबसे कम बार repeat हुआ हो. So if we talk about these A, B, C, D, A is appearing over here only once, right. So first we will focus on A. In the desired equation, where is A? On the reactant side? Here on the reactant side. Very good. How many moles of A? 2 moles of A. Here 1 mole of A. What you can do is you just multiply by 2. Right. Now here B is there, C is there, B is repeating itself twice, C also. Now D सिर्फ एक बार है तो वहां भी एक बार है, यहाँ भी एक बार है, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे? Where is D? Reactant side or product side? That is on the product side. Here also product side. How many moles? 1 mole. How many moles? 1 mole of D. So we will not touch this particular reaction. कुछ नहीं करना है, थर्ड को तो हाथ भी नहीं लगाना आपने, right. Now you can add these reaction, automatically the answer will come. B and C will cancel out, right. So this is the, you can say this is a trick to solve these kind of questions. Let me tell you how it will be. See, when we will multiply this one, the first one by 2, so what will happen? It will become twice A gives twice B, and the enthalpy change delta H of this will become twice of x1, correct. And the second one, we are not doing anything to the second one, so it will be as it is, twice B gives C, and it will be x2 over here. And the last one is, हमने देख लिया कि भाई जो D है जो हमें चाहिए, that D is on the product side. So that's why we are not doing anything to this equation also. And when you will add these, so you can see we will get twice A over here, then we will get D over here, right. This D we will get, twice A we will get. Now this 2B and 2B will get cancelled, C and C will get cancelled, and enthalpies will get add. तो इन सबको हम लोग जोड़ देंगे तो क्या बन जाएगा? This will become twice of x1 plus x2 plus x3. So which one is the correct answer? So the second one is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question, and that is, Dalton's law of partial pressure is not valid for the mixture of. Actually Dalton's law is valid for non-reacting gases, right. So helium neon non-reacting. So is asking not valid, right. So it is valid for helium and neon, valid. Okay. Nitrogen, helium, they will not react, valid. HCl and ammonia, it is not valid, because HCl and ammonia will react, it will form NH4Cl, right. And for the third case means this HCl and ammonia, it's not valid, that's why this is our answer. So what is the answer? Answer is the third one. Let's move on to the next question, and that is, oxidation states of nitrogen in NH4NO3 are. Now listen, NH4NO3 is formed by the cation NH4 plus and the anion NO3 minus. So in the first case, the ammonium ion, nitrogen is in -3 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, और अगर हम नाइट्रेट की बात करें तो ये +5 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में होगा। तो अलग अलग ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट होंगे इसके, तो फिर आंसर क्या हो जाएगा इसका? आंसर विल बी द थर्ड वन. सो दिस इज द आंसर. Let's move on to the next question, and that is, which of the following is not a disproportionation reaction? Now disproportionation reaction means oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously of an element. This is the meaning of disproportionation, right? So we have to find out which is not a disproportionation reaction. So we have to write down the oxidation number. So here chlorine 0, here -1, here it is plus 5, means it is disproportionation reaction. This one यहाँ तो 0 है, यहाँ पर -3 है, इसका +1 है, मतलब फिर से डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन हो गया, राइट. सल्फर का 0 है, यहाँ पर -2 है सल्फाइड आयन में, और H2O3 2 माइनस में +2 है, राइट. अगेन डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन. नाउ लास्ट वन इज फ्लोरीन, यहाँ पे 0 है, F minus means it is -1, and OF2 we always study that fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen. तो अगर ऐसा है तो फिर से -1, मतलब ये सिर्फ इसका रिडक्शन हुआ है, ऑक्सीडेशन तो हुआ ही नहीं. मीन्स दिस रिएक्शन इज नॉट डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेशन रिएक्शन, मीन्स दिस इज द आंसर. तो क्या होगा? ये हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 55. Which of the following is not correct regarding the effect of the catalyst on the equilibrium? Not correct. तो इसमें बहुत गलतियां होती हैं, करेक्ट और इनकरेक्ट में गलत होता है, लेकिन कई लोग सही पर टिक करके आ जाते हैं. तो पहले पढ़ लेना सही पूछा है कि गलत पूछा है. तो यहाँ पे जो सही नहीं होगा स्टेटमेंट, दैट विल बी आवर आंसर, राइट. ऐसे क्वेश्चन 2 अभी हम और भी कर चुके हैं. नाउ द व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट? फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज it increases the extent of the reaction, means if we use catalyst, the number of moles of the reactants, means whatever we are using, the number of moles of products will increase. That is not possible, right? Law of conservation of mass को आप कैसे ले जाओगे कहीं पर? वो तो possible नहीं है. It increases the speed of forward and backward reactions at the same extent. This is absolutely correct. It does not alter the concentration of the reactant and the product in the state of equilibrium. इसी की मैं बात कर रहा था पहले वाले में, तो ये भी बिल्कुल स्टेटमेंट सही है, राइट. मतलब जब एक अगर रिएक्शन इक्विलिब्रियम में आएगा, तो इक्विलिब्रियम इज अ स्टेट, राइट. इट्स अ स्टेट व्हेन रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स बिकम्स कांस्टेंट. तो कैटलिस्ट डालने से वो कम या बढ़ तो नहीं सकते हैं, राइट. सो दिस इज द थिंग. एक्सटेंड तो कभी नहीं होगा उसमें, मतलब बढ़ेगा या कम होगा तो नहीं. जितना अमाउंट ऑफ मोल्स जितने बने हैं या जितने रिएक्टेंट बचे हैं, वो उतने के उतने ही रहेंगे इक्विलिब्रियम के अंदर. नेक्स्ट इज इट हैज नो इफेक्ट ऑन द वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट. इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट को तो टेम्परेचर ही चेंज करता है. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. सो मीन्स व्हाट इज द आंसर? द फर्स्ट वन इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ the next one is question number 56. The density of ozone gas which has the pressure 730 millimeter at 50 degrees Celsius is. So we have to find out the density. So we know that pressure is equal to d RT by m, and if we want to find out the density, तो density हो जाता है हमारा pressure multiplied by the molar mass divided by the gas constant multiplied by the temperature, and that is equal to, अब pressure कितना है? Pressure we have to take in the atmosphere. तो atmosphere में convert करना है, तो 730 divided by 760. Now this many atmospheres multiplied by the molar mass. What is the molar mass of oxygen? That is 48 grams. This is the molar mass. So 48 मैंने यहाँ पर लिख दिया, divided by 0.0821 multiplied by, now temperature. Temperature should be in Kelvin. तो फिर 50 degree Celsius means it's 323 Kelvin. And when you will calculate it, you will get your answer, and the answer is the first one, right. Let's move ahead, and that is, out of the following, intensive property means which does not depend on amount. does not depend on amount, or you can say the number of moles, right? Mass, it will depend on amount. Inter energy, it will depend on amount. Molar heat capacity, since it is for 1 mole always, means this is the answer. So mass cannot be the answer, inter energy cannot be the answer, enthalpy cannot be the answer, because they all depend on amount. जितना ज़्यादा amount होगा इनकी वैल्यू बढ़ जाएगी. मोलर हीट कैपेसिटी तो एक ही मोल की होती है. That's why this is the answer. Let's move ahead. Question number 58. Given half N2 plus half O2 in equilibrium with NO, Kc is equal to 5. Okay, means equilibrium constant is given. The value of the equilibrium constant Kc for the reaction N2 plus O2 in equilibrium with twice NO will be. So what has been done is, पहली वाली रिएक्शन को हमने 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया है, तो जो नया इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट आएगा Keq, दैट विल बी स्क्वायर ऑफ Kc, राइट, क्योंकि 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया है हम लोगों ने, तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा, वो पुराने वाले की वैल्यू थी 5, तो 5 का स्क्वायर मीन्स दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 25. So which is the answer? This second one is the correct answer. So this is the correct answer, right? Let's move on to the next question, and that is pH of the salt solution of the weak acid and the weak base is given by. तो हम हाइड्रोलिसिस ऑफ सॉल्ट पढ़ते हैं, और जब उसमें ये वाला केस आता है जिसमें वीक एसिड भी होगा और वीक बेस भी होगा. अब जब वीक एसिड की बात आ रही है तो हम Ka की भी बात करेंगे, और जब वीक बेस की बात आ रही है तो हम Kb की भी बात करेंगे, राइट? सो द आंसर विल बी द फर्स्ट वन, राइट? तो ये तो हमको मालूम होना चाहिए, जो फॉर्मूला आता है ये हमको मालूम होना चाहिए. सो इट कम्स आउट टू बी द फर्स्ट वन, राइट? Let's move ahead. Question number 60. Temporary hardness of water is due to the presence of which one? Temporary. It is due to the bicarbonates of magnesium and calcium. So first one is the answer. भाई ये हमारा आंसर होना चाहिए. Now if we talk about the second one and the third one, जब बात चल रही है तो पूरी करेंगे हम लोग. If we talk about the second one and the third one, this is calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride. So if these are present in water, this will cause permanent hardness, means chlorides and sulfates of magnesium और calcium, उसकी वजह से क्या होती है, permanent hardness, और ये हमारा temporary hardness हो गया. ये हार्डनेस में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करेगा, राइट? सो विच इज द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? आंसर इज द फर्स्ट वन, राइट?